Alright, well hopefully this is on. I'm going to give it a few seconds, see if it shows up in YouTube. Alright, look at it, we're going on time this time. Amazing. Alright, anyway, today I am going to work on learning Godot or Godot, the game engine, depending on how you say it. I don't know what's the right way, but I'm going to be working on this character I made in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to try to rig up his body as a scene tree, give him bones to animate with, and if I have enough time, I'm going to do some animations, and hopefully we can get him moving around inside of a simple platformer just to see how it would look. So anyways, I'll get started. If there's any problems with the live stream or the volume or anything, let me know in the chat. So I normally get a full character built like this, and then I'll take each piece, the arms, legs, body, head. Usually the arms are 2 pieces, the legs are 2 pieces. The body is usually 2 pieces too, like a hip and a body. But I'm gonna make this guy really simple, just because I'm learning. But what I'll do is I'll export the full image over here, and then I'll export the pieces separately. And what that'll do is I'll put this one image in, and then I'll line up the body and everything on top of that one, so I know it's kind of all the pivot points are kind of where I want them and stuff like that. So I will actually start doing that now. I'm going to make sure my folder structure is set up. One second, sorry. I'm going to get rid of all the pieces that I exported earlier, just so I can show you guys the export process. And I think that is it. Delete. Okay. Alright, so from Adobe Illustrator, they have this really cool export panel right here. Asset exporter. You can export at different scales all at once, so you can have like 100% scale, 50% scale, 200% scale, whatever you want. So to get something over here in the asset exporter, it's really easy. You just select whatever you want to export, and you click and drag, and then you drop it over here. And you can see it's the full, all the parts that I grabbed. So I'm going to say this is Guy. I don't know what his name's going to be. So now I'll get his head, drop that over here. This is Guy head. And it's actually fairly fast. So Guy body. And the reason why I'm naming these is this will be the file name of the PNG once it's exported, and it just makes it a little bit easier. Now the legs, they're very similar. I think, in fact, I'm not going to just export that one. I'll export this one. It's a little taller, but it's very hard to tell, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to export this leg, Guy, leg. And I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but this one, this arm, this back arm is a little bit different than this front arm. It has this like shadow right here. I'm not going to use that right now for the tutorial, so I'm just going to use this one arm, and we'll just use it twice. No big deal. Besides, I'm not even sure this is going to work. So this would be probably pretty large for a character inside of Godot, so I'm going to set a different export. I'm going to say half size, so he'll be half this size once he's inside. I'll keep the full scale size too, that way I can see which size I like. And then once you have this, you have to select the things you want to export, and then you just hit export. It'll ask you where the folders you want it to go into. Man, I'm sorry, my folder structure is messed up. We'll put them in the dynamic platformer, and we'll put them in the sprites folder. Exporting that fast. It should be done. We'll go inside the engine now and see if it's in there. So inside of here, we should have all the different, see, guy, and then guy at half size. So what I'll do is I'll drop him in here. Oh, whoops, that's interesting. Well, I guess I have to add a root node. So we'll call it node 2D. We'll call this guy. So with guy selected, the root node, I'm going to drag in the image. I'm going to reset the position right here to 0, 0. And then we'll kind of zoom in. And I think I'm gonna, anyway, I'll leave it that, I'll leave that there, and then we'll call this guy ref. That's our reference image. So with guy selected, I'm going to drop the body now. So when we think about this, we want the body to be the parent of all the other objects. That way when we move the body, the head, the arm, the legs move, but we can move the arms, the legs, and the head independently of the body. So the body needs to be the parent of the other parts. So we're going to find the guy body right here, drop it in. One thing I've noticed is my graphics look kind of cruddy when I do it this way. So I don't know if there's an easier way. If there is, go ahead and tell me. Drop me a line, Twitter, whatever. But I always have to go here and then go edit, and then I gotta go in here, take the filter off, and take the bitmaps off. I don't know, it seems to make it look a little bit better, a little less blurry, a little more pixelated like I like. Now, see this spot here, this little crosshair? That's the rotation. So if I were to rotate this right now, it'd rotate around that spot. I actually kind of want it to rotate around the hips. So what I'm going to do is hold V, or actually move my mouse to where I want the hips to be, and then press V. And it moves that. And now, when I rotate, you'll see it moves around that point. And that's exactly what I want. Whoops. So we're going to lock the guy reference so I don't accidentally click it. And we'll call this, we're just going to call this body. We're not going to use the guy thing the whole time. That'll get annoying. Alright, anyway. So here's the body. Let's move back to the movement. And I will line it up right about in its position. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, just as close as possible. So from here on out, we're going to click the body, and then we're going to drag in the new parts. So we'll do the guy head. I'm going to move it off to the side, get the pivot point correct, and then we're going to move it into place. So I think I want his pivot point right about there, so he can look up and down. Okay, so let's move him onto here. And actually, seeing it like this, I think I want to move the pivot point back a little bit. Probably right around there. We'll see. Alright, so now, very important, all the parts need to be a child of the body node. So pick the body again, and then I'm going to pick guy arm. Here, and we're going to call this one right arm. We're going to have the player's right arm, which will be closer to the camera, the player's left arm, which will be further away from the camera. And again, I'm going to set the pivot point to the shoulder area, give it a quick test and see if I like it. Looks good. I'll put it on the body. Kind of get them all set up just like my image was. Now, here's where things get kind of funny. So, go like this. That all looks good. It looks like the layering is working correctly, which is good. later when I put the other arm, I'm going to show you that I'm going to have to mess with these Z values to get this arm to draw behind the body and behind the head. I'll do that now so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so body, let's put on, so since the arm images are exactly the same, I'm just going to click the right arm and hit Control D, rename this, and this is going to be left arm. Going to keep the pivot point where it's at, but I'm going to move the shoulder to probably right about there. Rotate this out. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. If you look, this arm is in front of everything, and that's because Godot draws from the top to the bottom. So the top things get drawn first, and the bottom things get drawn last. It just goes layer on top of each other. But the Z value here is what we can use to control all that. Okay, so I'm gonna set all these Z values now. So I'm going to put the body on 3, the left arm on 2. Let's see relative. Oh, gotta make sure you turn off relative. Okay, body, turn off relative. So the body's on 3. The left arm will be on 2. The right arm will be on 1. Oh, 4. The head will be on, I'm getting all confused. The head will be on 4. The right arm will be on 5. So you just gotta kind of mess with this until it looks right. So what I want to make sure is that the right arm goes in front of the body and in front of the head. We want to make sure that the left arm is behind the body and behind the head, and which it is. Okay, so now we need legs. So body, guy leg 50%, and I'll put it here so I can mess with the pivot. I'll put right about here. Move this back over to here. Now, if you were to guess, I wonder what you would think the Z value is. So the right arm is 5. The body is 3. The head is 4. So I'm going to put the right leg on 4. And we'll see how that looks. So this arm should rotate, should be in front of the leg, in front of the head. This right leg should rotate and be in front of the body. Same layer as the head, but you can't kick yourself in the head, so we're cool. Right arm. Let's get that back into place. And we could kind of turn this on and off and see, but anyway, let's go with the other leg. So same thing, select the node, hit Control D, Control D like that, and then we're going to do left leg, and we will just move this leg right to here. Now we're going to want the left arm is on 2. We want the left arm to be behind the body in front of the arm. So left leg, we'll put it on 1. Let's give that a shot. I think that'll do it. Nope. We're going to want to change the left arm to 0. There we go. So the arm will move. Here, let me turn this reference off. The arm will move behind the leg and the body and the head. The leg will move behind the body, behind the other leg, behind the arm, and behind the head as well. So, let me turn the reference on. Let's get these guys back in their place. Something like that. Left arm, and something like that. And now I will hide that. Okay, we can get rid of this node now. So that was the easy stuff. Now I'm going to start messing with bones, and I have no idea how they work. So I'm going to try to figure this out, and you get to watch me struggle. So skeleton, I think you could just say make bone, and then now I can use the bone. I think that's how it works. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we'll keep trying. Left arm, edit, skeleton, make bone. Okay, so it's making sure that okay, so the body, it needs a bone. Control Z. Oh crap, I've already messed up. And I can't undo. Oh man, okay. Crap. Maybe I can get rid of the bones. Oh, nope. Nope, nope. Alright, bear with me. Scene. What's redo in this thing? Shift Control Z. Get back to the point where I deleted the reference. Okay. Well. Man, okay, so I'll mess this up a little bit. We will get it fixed. That's the fun of learning new things, right? Okay, so let me turn off the bones for these things. Maybe that's how I can do it. Skeleton, clear bones. Edit. Oops. Skeleton, clear bone. Edit. Clear bone. Clear bone. Okay. What I forgot were control nodes. So on each one of the arms and the legs and the head, I need a control bone, which is nothing more than just a node 2D. Like that. I'll duplicate that. I'll parent it to the right. We'll rename it right arm control. Duplicate that. arm, left arm control. And this is going to be right, oops, right leg. This is left leg control. Okay, now let's see what I can do here. Each one of these I'm going to scale and position in sort of like at the end of the appendage. So there, this one, I'm going to scale it. It doesn't really matter the size, it is just for, oh, and I need to put them in the right spot too. So right here, left leg needs to go in front of the left leg, like that. Left arm, oop, do. Left arm control, scale it down, move it there. Right arm control. Normally you wouldn't really have to do this because you're going to have like a upper arm, upper leg, lower leg. But since I don't have that, I'm going to give myself these little control nodes. And it should be a lot better. Okay. So, let's try this again. We'll start with the head and see if I can get the body. Let's get rid of this node again. We don't need that node. Okay, the body. The body's going to get a skeleton. Edit. Make bones. Control Shift or Shift Control B. I'm going to use that shortcut because that is a lot faster. And then Control Shift B, and then B. I am confused. Maybe like IK chain. It is not working like I had imagined. Well, maybe I'll skip the bones for now. Let me delete all these control nodes. Sorry, I should have learned a little bit better before I started. Huh. Anyway, I want to clear the bones. And clear the... I'm going to try it one more time. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to do that. What am I missing? Maybe because the body's not the root. Not sure, guys. Alright, we're gonna skip the bones. I don't think I need them. Okay, so here's my dude. Move him around. I can move his arms. I can animate this guy. So, what we're going to do is fix what I just changed on his position. Go back to 0, 0. The guy himself will have a kinematic body 2D, and on the kinematic body 2D I will have a collision shape. Collision shape 2D. And the collision shape I like to use is just a rectangle. Some people use this capsule shape. Doesn't seem to really matter. I'm gonna put the Z on like 10 so I can see it. And we're gonna scale it. Very important that you don't scale the kinematic body, that you use the collision shape handles to change your collision shape. It will mess up your collisions if you scale it the other way. If the Godot developers are listening, it'd be really awesome on the collision shape if it had a handle on each side, so I didn't have to center it to scale it. I'm just going to get close. I'm not going to waste too much time on the collision shape. Good enough. Now I will hide the collision shape so we don't have it showing, and I will lock both of these. That didn't work. Lock. Oh, can I only lock them when they're visible? Interesting. Okay. So, let's see. Just checking the chat. Alright, so now I have my guy. I'm going to save the scene. Just so I don't lose it. And I'll just put it in the scenes. I got tons of scenes in here. I've been messing around trying to learn this thing. On the guy also I need an animator and animation player. Animation player. I think that is what I need. Yes. Okay, so what's really cool is down here is you have your keyframes along time, and you can just animate this dude here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new animation, and I'm going to call this base. You always want sort of like a base so you can get back your character back to his resting position. And that's all this animation is going to do. If you play it, it's not going to do anything. He's just chilling in his base state. So we're going to save it. Animation, and we're going to call this base. Oops. Base. And so now I have this animations folder. That's weird, it didn't go in there. Where the heck did it go? Shows it in there. Weird. Okay, anyway, we'll create a new one. We're gonna call this idle. This is gonna be him kind of like chilling, breathing a little bit, arms swaying a little bit. What I am going to do is on the body here, I'm going to take all these things, all of them, and I'm going to say key on the 0 frame. It's going to say create 12 new tracks and insert keys. Yes. And I'm going to save this one. Let me go to base real quick. I need to do the same thing for base. Create, save the animation. Okay. Now we'll go back to the idle animation, and we are going to go to the end of the animation, which is 1 second. I think that's plenty. Insert the ending keys. So what this will do is this will ensure that the animation loops properly. So in the very middle, we're going to mess with stuff. And then we're going to create those keyframes again, and you'll see exactly what happens. So I'm going to rotate his head just a little, and his arms ever so slightly. And it's going to be a subtle animation. I mean, really subtle. But that is what we want to do. So all these things again, and hit keys. Now, if we play this thing, let's see, how do we make it loop? Target blends thing. I think that's it. Enable, disable looping animation. So now if we play it, what we'll get, he's just kind of sitting there breathing, chilling, breathing. All right. So now I'm going to try to make a run animation, and this is something that I always have a difficult time with. So I usually just like really cheese it out, but we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to give it a new animation. We'll call this run. And what we're going to do is, this is where the base comes in handy. You go back to base, and you go to run. And you get a reset of all the keys back to its base state. So say if I was an idle, and see how his head's forward and his arms are in, and then I go to run, it's going to stay that way. But if I go to base, go to run, we're cool. So running animations usually start at the extremes, at least this is what I've heard, the extremes, and then in the middle you're back at the base state. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the length of the animation. And I do that here. Like I said, I'm learning this as I'm going. And at the 1 second mark, 1 second should be plenty for a run. We're going to change it back to 1 second. So right in the middle, I think I could zoom in on the, here we go. Zoom in on this. Okay, so right here in the middle at 0.5, I want to make my keyframes for the maybe it should start off, we'll see. Okay, create all those guys. Now back at 1, I'm going to set my extreme positions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a little guide for run animations. I'm going to cheat and kind of look at a run animation. images. And what I like, this is a pretty good image. If this is your image and you own this image and you're seeing this, thank you. I really appreciate the help. So we're going to start up a little bit, come down a little bit, then like right, this is our base state, so come towards our base state, go up, and then come down, and then you're going to start kind of back where you were with the other foot forward. So let's see if we can get that going. Alright, so the very first step is the right arm. We're going to rotate that puppy back. We're going to take the right leg, if I can click it. Right leg, and it's going to be going forward. And the left leg is back. Like this. The left arm is forward. And the head is tilted slightly forward. And we are up a little bit. Oh! Okay. And oh wait, I moved the wrong thing up. Shoot. The guy needs to move up. The whole guy, because the guy owns the collision shape. Not the body. The guy. So we'll move. Ah! Move the guy. Ah! Okay. So now we're going somewhere here. Okay, back to frame 0. I just lost everything because I did not set the keyframes before I changed the frame. Alright, that's okay, because in here I need to key the guy himself. So let's try that again. Back to frame 0. Right arm is going back. Right arm is going back. Right leg is going forward. Left leg back. Left arm forward. Head looking a little down. And the guy is up. I'm going to use if you hold shift, it looks like it holds the axis that you're moving on. So, but after you click. So click, then hold shift, then you can move up. So now the guy, the body, the head, the right arm, the left arm, left arm, all that stuff, key that stuff. So now, yes. Okay. These frames, all these frames, I wonder if I can select all these frames. I can, cool. So these will be actually at 2.5 or somewhere around here. Then at 5, at 6, we are going to do the opposite pose of the first frame. So this frame, opposite. So now we're going to move the right arm, rotate it forward, the right leg back, back, the left arm back, probably won't see it, left leg forward, head back just a bit, and the whole guy moving up. Now, keyframe the guy, the body, the head, the blah, 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 all that. Keyframe all that. Boom. So what we should see is we should see it's actually looking pretty good. Okay. We want it to be faster though, because that is a slow run. So what we can do is go to the top, take all these things, plus this one. Maybe I can't do it while it's playing. Took all these guys, move them there, there. We're going to change the length to 0.6. Now if we play it, that's kind of cool. And then switch to idle. Chilling. Alright, so I believe that is good for a silly little idle run. Oh, we need a jump. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. So, we'll go back to the base state. Then we'll create a new state. Oh, wait. Did I save the run? Save. Run. Run. I don't see the idle either, so let's make sure I save the idle. What is going on? Idle. My scene tree's freaking out over here. Or my file tree, file system. Alright, looking good. Let's save the guy, save him. Let me see what's going on with my scene, or my so it looks like it's good here. But the resources tree is really messed up with everything being looped back inside of here. But if you look here, we're solid, we're going straight through. So maybe what I'll do, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes you gotta shut down Godot and restart it. So everything's saved. I'll go ahead and quit the editor, we'll fire it back up. Good thing it starts really fast. I mean, this is the fastest starting game engine that I've ever seen. It's really good. Let's go back to the guy. Now, see, look. See, now my file system is cool. I wonder if there's like a refresh that you could do here. Oops, cancel, tools. Not sure. But anyway, we're cool. All the animations are saved. Base state, the idle, the run, which is kind of silly, but could work for our silly little game that we're going to do. Kind of looks like he's skipping or something. It is kind of goofy. Doesn't really matter to me at this point. What we do need is the base. And then we're going to create a new one, and we're going to call it jump up. So this is going to be like when he's jumping up, and then we're going to make one where he's falling down too. So let's take the guy, the body, all these parts again, which you can click the first one. I bet you can shift click. Boom. Yep. And we're going to key all those. Key the 14 tracks. And a little cheat I didn't think about earlier. As long as you don't pan around in here, you can bring up the animation window to kind of give you a sense of the ground, like the ground, where the ground would be, to kind of just keep your guy in place. It's kind of cool. Maybe I'll go back and edit my run real quick. Save animations, and this will be jump up. Okay, so let's go back and do the run real quick. What we're going to do is kind of see if I can keep it's pretty good. I'm not going to mess with it. I want to get this guy moving with code, so I'm not going to mess with it right now. So the jump up animation is going to be fairly easy. I'm just going to take his head and rotate it up like he's looking up. We're going to take his right arm and swing it that way. Now, I think I'll keep it like this. Right leg this way, left leg this way. Sort of like that. And we will take all these things again and key them in this position. We don't need it to be any length of time at all. We'll just make it 0.1 seconds because it's not going to do anything else. It's just going to, in fact, I'll even turn on looping. It's just going to stay there like that as he's flying up. Go back to the base. Oh, I did not save that, did I? Save. Go back to the base, wiggle the playhead a little bit so he gets back to his normal positions, and then create a new one. Call this jump. Yeah, we'll call it jump down. Alright, so now we're on jump down. I'm gonna move this down a little bit so I can see his feet. So now we're trying to think of like, so as his Y speed is in the negative and he's flying up, he's gonna be doing the jump up animation. And then as soon as it turns to the positive Y speed, he's going to play the jump down animation. He's going to be looking for his landing. So that's we're going to try to position him so it looks like he's looking for his landing. So, going to be looking down. His right arm will probably be more like that. His left arm will probably be a little bit more in. Both feet will probably be rotated in the direction of movement just a little bit. It's going to be really silly looking, I think, but it's going to be cool for what we're doing. And we'll key all those. Create those 14 tracks. We're also going to make this 0.1 in length and loop and save, jump down, save. Okay, so now we have all these animations. We are going to have to set one as the normal mode, and we're going to play it. We're going to play idle. That's going to be our normal one, and it's going to be active, and that's what the scene's going to stay like. Like he'll be starting off in idle no matter what. So let's see what that looks like in the actual game engine. You can't even see him because that was silly of me. Let me open up the game. I'm going to delete all these things that are in this one, because I was just testing something anyway. And what I'm going to do is I will take my guy scene and we'll put him somewhere where we can see him. And of course, I forgot to do that. If the Godot programmers are listening, what would be really awesome is if there was no parent node selected and you drag something over, it defaulted to the root node. That would be great if you could do that. Okay, anyway, there's my guy. He's not playing his idle animation. Why not? Let me try something real quick. Ooh, see? Happens to me all the time. Hey, guy, we are going to move you down so we can see you. And now I hit F5. He's still not playing. Interesting. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm not going to mess with that too much at the moment. I'll put a platform in here. This is a dynamic platform that I kind of came up with. When I get a little bit better, when I make this a little bit better, I will make a video on it. But right now, not going to happen at the moment. We're going to put it. We're not going to put the platform as the guy. Platform's a child of the scene. The guy is going to get a script. I already have a script that controls my player. Let's play the scene, see what happens. And script inherits from the kinematic body 2D, so it cannot be an instance of a node 2D. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. We're going to take the script off the guy and we're going to put it on his kinematic body. So, whoops, come on, how do I... Clear. Okay, go back to the guy scene. We're going to put the script on this part here. And it should work. Save. Save. Play. It played, but... He should be falling. Oh, man. Okay. What time is it? I have 5 more minutes. Anyway, I think that is going to be it for today. Bummer, I wanted to get him going. Let me clear this script. Let me start writing a script from scratch. At least we can get the guy to move on the screen and play his idle animation. Who knows? If I'm having fun, I may just keep on going. Create node 2D. Get rid of all of this. Get rid of this. Bar. Oops, caps lock off. Bar. Blah. Vel equals vector 2. I wonder if I could do 0, 0 like that. Bar on ready. On ready first. See, I'm still learning. On ready. Bar vector 2. Okay. I'm going to say set process true. Func underscore process delta move. I'm going to say vel. Vel dot y plus equals, and we're going to make a on ready bar equals 100, and we're going to say 100 times delta. Hopefully this will make the guy fall down and land on that block. We'll see. Boom, it blows up. Non-existent function move and node. Oh yeah. I need it's funny. The kinematic body has the move function, not the sprites. I wonder what's going to happen. I need to make the body a child of the kinematic. Save. And then in the script, bar kb equals get no and we're going to say kinematic body dot move. I'm pretty sure that has the move function. Let's try that again. Boom! All right. So 100 is a little fast. Let's do 50. Boom. Okay. 50 is a little fast. We'll do 10. Okay, cool. Alright, so bam, I landed. Alright, well, I am about out of time. Let's see if I can get the idle animation working. Set process. True process. This will be... Oops, wrong language. Handle gravity. Handle and anim onReady var anim equals get node animation player. And I think I could just say anim dot play anim set script set process. Huh. Where is... Huh. Animation. I just say play. And I say idle. I think that'll work. No play. Maybe it's lowercase p. Ah. Oops. There he goes. He's idling. Alright guys, well, thank you for joining me. Sorry I didn't get further, but it was a lot of fun, learning a lot. Next time we will get his platform movement working. I'll get him walking, well, running and jumping, and maybe even wall jumping. We'll see. All right, well, thanks for joining me. Catch you guys next time.